nobody has been brought up on charges. You got about 16 correctional officers that were suspended without pay, but they still haven't brought charges against these correctional officers. And it's been this long. It's been, so his family has filed a lawsuit, and I'm gonna read a little bit of it. They filed a lawsuit. Nothing is being done, which is crazy, insane, and it's the ups and downs of black people being brutalized by law enforcement and not seeing any true justice. And I think with George Floyd, that was probably like the last time, should I say, like that was the time when people were at their angriest and they were fed up during George Floyd, that situation. That was on video with the cop with his knee on his neck. And because of that, it was an uproar in society. Even, all people were upset. And for a minute, you thought that maybe America might burn down because of it. And now you have something that is on the same level, and it just seems like people don't care. People could care less. People are not concerned about it. And we are easily distracted by whatever pops up in the media. One minute, the media says this and people look that way. The next minute, the media says this and people look that way. The next minute, the media says that and people look that way. And so it's like it's a short memory, a short term memory where people don't really remember what just happened. This is horrible what happened to this brother. Now, he was locked up for some things he'd done and he was halfway through his sentence. But it's a horrible thing to see on video them beating this brother, hitting him in the face, kicking him in his genitals. Then the next day he passes away. At like if you think about it in the context of our forefathers, this is like a slave beating. This is like a patty roller beating. This is like them coming up across with somebody and just beating the hell out of them, and they pass away, and nobody is, held accountable for it. Well, his family, they have filed a lawsuit. So I'm gonna read a little bit. Let me get this. Family of Robert Brooks, inmate killed in New York prison, filed civil rights suit. It says that the Brooks family federal lawsuit against the COs calls for criminal charges and reform, citing systemic abuse and at Marcy Correctional Facility. It says the family of Robert L. Brooks Sr., the inmate killed by a violent beating from the correctional officers at Marcy Correctional Facility last month, has filed a federal civil rights lawsuit against the officers involved and the commissioner of the State Department of Corrections and Community Supervision. The family addresses the media for the first time on Wednesday from a hotel in Rochester, where they announced the lawsuit. Uh, Brooks' son, Robert L. Brooks Jr., and his brother, Jared Ricks, are seeking a jury trial against the 17 officers, supervisors, and nurses who watched as Brooks was beaten by about 5 officers. The attack caught on body cameras worn by officers resulted in Brooks being transported to a nearby hospital where he was declared dead in the early hours of December 10th. So the family is seeking justice, not the state, not the mayor, not the district attorney, not nobody, because none of these officers have been charged. None of them have been charged. And we're talking about 17 people that are suspended without pay. But where is the charges at? It's on camera. Remember, I said a long time ago, I said this. I said, had that been me and I was committing any type of crime on camera, I am a goner. They're gonna make sure that I go to jail, I'm in prison because I'm on camera. I can't refute the crimes that I did on camera. And it seems like when it's them, it seems that they want you to think that the cameras are not showing you what your eyes are seeing. Like your eyes are not actually seeing a man getting beaten. Well, we have to do an investigation. We have to look into these things, and we're currently investigating, and we're doing our own little deep dive and trying to find out what really happened. No, I see what happened. I see clearly what happened. I clearly see what happened with Robert Brooks. And it's a shame that people still believe in a system that would not seek justice for what we see on camera. That should dishearten anybody. Just because he was in prison doesn't mean he's not a human being. That brother was a human being. They always talk about being a human being, and they want to police other countries and tell them how they treating their citizens and all of this crap. Well, he was a human being, a living in the flesh 3D human being with people that loved him, people that looked up to him. Like, y'all want to be mad at everything, and y'all go all out for animals, even the animals that you eat. And it shows you the comparison. Like, they wouldn't do that to, like, if that was done, I promise you those people would be in jail. If that was an animal being abused or treated some type of way by somebody that's in America, because in other countries they don't give a damn. Other countries, they hit your pet upside the head and put them in a pot. They don't care, and it's nothing you can do. But in America, if that was done in America with somebody treating an animal in the way that they treated Robert Brooks, man, it would be a manhunt for that person. They would be hunting day and night till they found that person. They would be doing investigations. They would have detectives out. They would have surveillance out trying to find that person. They would try to get justice immediately. And so that's something to think about, man. That's something to think about when it comes to this case with Robert Brooks, is that, they do not really actually care. And they're hoping that people will forget about it. But we're not going to forget about it. We're not going to forget about how our brother was done, no matter the fact that he was in there for, whatever he was in there for. I believe he got into an altercation with his girlfriend at the time. He stabbed her, and he went to prison for 12 years. I think he was halfway done through that 12-year sentence. And mind you, I've seen a story where it said that the girlfriend passed away. She did not pass away. I'm not saying that, I'm not condoning what he did, but he was serving his time in there. You're not supposed to be unalive by the correctional officers when you're in there, paying your dues and serving your time.